Today is day 8 and we're making pumpkin butter rugelach. Let's get into it. To start, I have softened butter here that I've added into my bowl. I'm going to use my hand mixer to beat this until it is slightly fluffy, just to make sure everything is softened. Next, we're going to add in a block of softened cream cheese and mix this to combine. I softened it by just adding it onto the counter with my butter about an hour before starting the recipe. Once that is fully incorporated together, we're going to add in granulated sugar and some vanilla. We're going to mix this until everything comes together, and just like the previous recipes we've made, you're going to want to make sure that you scrape down your bowl with a spatula. Just make sure everything gets in there. We'll mix it one more time to get those extra bits, and then we're going to add in our all-purpose flour and a pinch of salt. We're going to mix this one last time, and you might have a little bit of resistance with your beaters, but that's okay. If you need to get in there with your hands, go for it. You just want to make sure that all of the dry ingredients get incorporated into the wet. As you can see, my beaters are covered in dough, but that's okay. It all will come together. So once it has come together and everything's incorporated, we're going to just scoop this out onto a floured surface. We're going to shape this into a dough ball, and then once we get it pretty even, we're going to cut this into 4 pieces, trying to keep them about the same size. We're then going to wrap them in cling film and put them in the fridge for about 30 minutes just to chill. In the meantime, we will make our pumpkin butter. Did you know that most canned pumpkin from the grocery store is actually canned squash? So today I'm using some cooked butternut squash here. I'm going to add in some brown sugar as well, and some maple syrup and vanilla extract. We're also going to add in some spices, so I have pumpkin pie spice and a little bit of extra cinnamon. All of this is in a sauce pot on medium heat, and we're going to let this come to a gentle boil and cook down for about 15 to 20 minutes. As you can see, it's reduced down quite a bit, so we are going to let this cool, and in the meantime, we're going to work with one of our dough pieces. On a floured surface, I'm just going to roll this out to the best of my ability in a circle somewhat shape. Now, don't worry about this being perfect, because the area that you see, the outsides are going to be rolled into the rugelach, so it's not going to have to be perfect. Once we get that rolled out to a semi-circle shape, we're going to spread that cooled pumpkin butter onto our dough. You want to spread this out pretty thin and all over. You don't need to leave any kind of crust. Once we get that spread out, we're going to use a pizza cutter or dough cutter to cut this the way that you would a pizza. So you want longer at the top where the crust would be, and then it comes to a point at the bottom. We're then going to spread some crushed up walnuts, and then taking one piece at a time, we're going to roll the longer part towards the shorter part, and you'll get a nice crescent. I'm going to finish rolling the rest of these pieces and then repeat the process with the other 3 dough balls that are still in my fridge. We're going to add our rolled up rugelach to our freezer to chill for 15 minutes. And once we pull them out, we are just going to brush on a little bit of egg and then do a sprinkle of some coarse sugar and cinnamon that I've mixed together. Now these are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Mine took a little bit more towards the 20 minutes end, and they're not going to get a deep golden brown. That's part of the reason why I added some cinnamon to our sugar mixture, because it does give it a little bit of color on top, and the sugar does add a really nice crunch because this dough is a bit softer. So once these come out of the oven, they are nice and warm and gooey, and they're ready to enjoy. We're just going to top them with a little bit of powdered sugar. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you all give this recipe a try. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for day 9 of our 24 days of Christmas cookies and treats. We hope to see you then. Bye!